The first thing Lily did after being reborn was to give up the childhood sweetheart she had loved for many years and turn around to marry a poor young man from the countryside. It turned out that this was not Lily's first time being reborn. In the first life, her adoptive father worried that Lily would suffer in the countryside. So he asked her to choose between the nanny's daughter and the housekeeper's daughter to marry into the countryside in her place. To avoid any accidents, Lily chose the obedient Anna. But on the wedding day, when Lily was framed by her brother, Lily finally learned that her brother had always liked Anna. No matter how Lily begged her brother, she was still thrown into prison. 3 years later, Lily also became seriously ill and died miserably in prison. In the second life, Lily chose the housekeeper's daughter Camilla. This time Camilla successfully married into the countryside. But unexpectedly, on the day Lily was supposed to marry her fiancé Charlie, Camilla faked her death and escaped from the countryside. Charlie, who knew nothing about it, actually blamed Camilla's death on Lily and directly poisoned Lily, saying that if Lily had not made his beloved Camilla marry in her place, none of these tragedies would have happened. Only at that moment did Lily realize that her fiancé had already betrayed her. In the end, she left the world filled with endless hatred. Unexpectedly, when Lily opened her eyes again, she had been reborn once more to the moment of choosing someone to marry in her place. Thinking of the miserable experiences of her previous 2 lives, Lily decided not to find anyone to marry in her place, and instead fulfill Charlie and her brother. Originally, Lily thought that if she chose no one, she could peacefully wait until the wedding. But unexpectedly, the nanny's daughter Anna suddenly knelt in front of her, crying that she did not want to marry into the countryside in Lily's place. Lily was just about to explain that she did not need anyone to replace her, when her brother rushed in. Without saying a word, he pushed Lily aside, causing Lily's head to hit the corner of the table. But not only did her brother feel no guilt, he even scolded Lily harshly. He even warned Lily that if she dared to let Anna marry in her place, he would definitely not let her go. Little did he know that the experience of the first life had already made Lily see reality clearly. Looking at the brother who had loved her since childhood, Lily only felt deep irony. But whether he was good or bad now was no longer important to Lily. As long as she married into the countryside, everything would come to an end. But unexpectedly, the days that followed were still far from peaceful. While Lily was treating her wound in her room, her fiancé Charlie burst into her room and immediately questioned Lily, asking how far she intended to ruin this family. It turned out that Camilla, in order to prevent Lily from making her marry in her place, actually pretended to jump off a building. Charlie, who knew nothing about the truth, took all of his anger and vented it on Lily, believing that all of this was caused by her. He never thought that in this family, only Lily was the true master of the house. Lily could only explain that she had not asked Camilla to marry in her place. But Charlie did not believe her at all. He even forcibly took Lily to the hospital to make her apologize to Camilla. But as soon as they arrived at the hospital, the bribed doctor said that Camilla's injuries were too severe and she needed a special medicine, and only the pharmaceutical factory director Chris had this medicine. In order to get the medicine, Charlie did not hesitate to drug Lily unconscious and sent her to Chris, because he knew that Chris was a well-known playboy, and the only way to please him was to send him women. At that moment, Charlie had already lost his humanity. Fortunately, Lily woke up at a critical moment and injured Chris during the chaos before escaping. After this incident, Lily completely gave up on Charlie. Even though in the previous life she had been killed by Charlie, she had never imagined that he was such a disgusting person. At the same time, Lily also understood that if she continued to stay in this house, sooner or later she would be killed by the 4 of them. So Lily decided to marry into the countryside ahead of time. Charlie and her brother, who knew nothing about it, naively believed that Lily had been spoiled since childhood and could not survive without them. Little did they know that while they were dating the nanny's daughter and the housekeeper's daughter, Lily had already put on her wedding dress and gotten into the wedding car heading to the countryside. When they finished their dates and returned home, they were told by their father that Lily had already married into